That should be on. Some quick message, quick text. Hopefully everybody's safe out there. Everything's good. It really kind of looks like this thing has really kind of petered off a little bit. It's not, the numbers aren't, as far as the coronavirus, it's not like it's killing people what they said it was. The original projections is 2 million, then it was 200,000, and now we're looking at like, I think 20,000 or 30,000. I don't know what the numbers are now, but so we'll see what's happening in the coming weeks. Let's get to our class. Some of you guys, I've got about, I think, 8 people that still need to take Chapter 22 test. Tomorrow's the last day. I'm not leaving that stuff up forever. So tomorrow's the last day to take it. Any kind of makeup work you need, get it done. I posted the names up on Google Classroom, so check those out. Check focus, make sure everything's correct, because we're going to move on to Chapter 23. It's really kind of tedious to take grades from Google Forms and put it over to focus. So I'm not dealing with it after tomorrow. If there's an issue, please get it done tomorrow. Okay. This week you should have already completed changing roles for women, and we're getting into the 1960s. So make sure you finish that Google Forms for that. I think that's due today. I'm pretty sure I put it as due today. Make sure you get that done. It's not that many questions, but just make sure you're rereading that stuff. Yesterday you should have copied Era Protest PowerPoint. Today I'm going to share with you at 12:30 p.m. the lecture. Now, a couple things with the lecture. One, it really sucks not to be able to see you guys and not to teach a whole class, and kind of have question and answer series, because we're now getting into the part of history that's like modern history, and everything's controversial. Everything's like an issue. So, the first section, we're going to be talking about hippies and counterculture, and we got to talk about some adult stuff. We got to talk about, sexual interactions. We're going to talk about drugs, and nothing changes. I've always been honest with you guys. I treat you like adults, and I talk to you like you're adults. I got to do it via YouTube. So I want to let you know, if you see something that maybe you don't agree with, or see something you want to talk about, discuss, or argue, that's awesome. Please do it. This is the time to do it during Google Meet. If you have an issue with something that's brought up, please talk about it. What I don't want to see is people, blasting, this and that on social media or whatever, or, come talk to me, come talk about it. Because there's a lot of things that has a bias to it. I have a bias. Your book has bias. Every teacher has bias. Everything has bias. Every news organization has bias. So I'm just straight up when I'm teaching those things. So we'll talk about drug use and hippies and sexual interactions on hippie communes. What does that lead to? I talk about that in the notes. Now the next section is going to deal with women's rights. We're going to talk about abortion. Okay, which is always controversial. We're going to talk about the glass ceiling for women and the gender pay gap. Is that true or is it non-true? And, what is it? So there's a lot of things that are going to be like controversial with that, obviously. And then we're going to talk about Title IX, which is controversial, especially like I'm a sports coach, it's negatively affect, athletics. And it's going to probably affect athletics again with the whole coronavirus thing. And there's a lot of stuff I'd like to get in and talk about with all that. And then we get into the environment. We get into, 23.4 talks about the environment and, what's the role of the government? Should that be, and there's a lot of things to talk about, a lot of meat to that stuff. So please, 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 if something you want to talk about on those slides, maybe I'll do, I've thought about, Monday going back through the slides and like kind of reviewing everything in the lecture. And that way it gives you an opportunity to ask or to debate or talk. And it's all good stuff, man. It's what it's what America's all about. You being able to I don't care what people believe in, believe what you want to believe in. It's awesome. But I think the whole point of my class is to, one, let you know there's different perspective of things. And if your, perspective is different, that's cool. Compromise or don't compromise and make your argument even better by just knowing the other side. So with that, I'm going to share that with you at 12:30. There'll be an exit ticket question that'll go along with that. It'll be assigned with it. That'll be due Monday. So tomorrow your work is nothing. Just make sure you complete the exit ticket from today. And then the plan is to always do 2 Google Meets a week and try to schedule usually Monday and Wednesday. Couldn't yesterday. I had to do some blood work. So that's why we're doing it kind of today instead. So I see a lot of questions on Google Classroom that are getting me a little bit annoyed because I cover it in this thing. And so I'm not going to answer any questions on Google Classroom if I cover it here. Okay, you guys got to be on here. You should be asking questions here. You know, that kind of like if I'm it's aggravating to like be answering questions at 10 o'clock at night when something that I covered like Monday at 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. Google Meet that I recorded and that I put on Google Classroom, or that I've like, you know, kind of already etched out the daily schedule. With that, I want to turn it over to you guys, and I just have a couple questions I want you to share your opinion on. So I'm going to lower my desk down and kind of sit back and have a little bit more of like, I want to hear from you. Couple questions with the way online learning is going. So now's the time, because like I'm going to adjust. I'm going to be flexible in how I teach based on like what I'm hearing for the people who are allowed, at least. And like, say if you don't like talking in front of, like, you know, you don't feel comfortable talking in this when it's not a crowd, but you know, online, that's fine. Put some in the chat box or send me a message and let me know. But couple, like the first question, like I kind of write down as I'm going through these things is one, how are y'all dealing with the pacing? Meaning, is it too fast, or are we going too slow? What are your other classes like? So I just want to turn it over. You can turn on your mics. Just make sure you're going one at a time. Just when you come on, say your name, and then we'll let you say, and then we'll let you say your part, and then if anybody else wants to add to it, okay?
I'm not having trouble with the pacing in any of my classes. In this class, it's good.
It's okay. All right. But your other classes are good too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All good.
Good, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley, for sharing. Do y'all got the thumbs up, Maya? Would y'all rather I don't know if I do this or not. Would y'all rather me just give you everything on Monday for the week? Or do you like these like little things each day where like it's, you know, the exit ticket's 4 or 5 questions. It's copying a PowerPoint.
I like the whole idea on giving us everything for the week.
You do or don't? I didn't hear that.
I do.
You do like
I like that one too, but the way that you're doing it is like good. Like I'm not having trouble keeping up with each day.
Okay.
But the beginning of the week wouldn't be bad.
Okay. I think we've been really kind of fortunate how we've been fortunate that we've always been on Google Classroom. Like since week 1, your first test was on Google Classroom. So y'all are fortunate enough to kind of like understand this stuff. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm organizing it in a way it's easy to view. Because when I look at my son's work, it's crazy. It's like, you know, he's in 3rd grade and it's just like everything's kind of splattered everywhere. So I just want to make sure, like I'll tell you how I'm like visualizing. I think it's coming across. You guys tell me if it's something different that could kind of help you better organize everything. So what I try to do is I try to go, like, obviously it's by chapter, right? We did chapter 22 and like all your work on there. And I've been playing around with categorizing things as material or assignment, right? And does that stuff pop up like as a notification if it's an assignment? Is that better if I have things as assignments versus like, because I only do like assignments if it's like a test or actual like work, like a Google form that you got to complete, you know? So I don't know how that's coming. How do y'all view that? How does it come across to you guys? Because it's not looking at, I don't see the same thing you guys see.
I'm not sure how it is for everybody else, but I get notifications no matter what you post.
Okay.
Like everything you post, I get a notification.
So even if it's material, even if it's
yeah.
Okay. All right. So it doesn't matter then what I put it as. If it's a material or assignment, it still comes across. Okay. Yeah. All right. And then so what I try to do it's not every day, but I do try to like give you a daily update. You know, I put Hill's daily update to like give you some stuff to kind of think about, or to like, hey, this is coming up. What I don't want to do is just overload you with information. I would like to like just do that on Sundays and let you know, all right, this is what the plan is for the week. But what I've been doing is really, it's been like, you know, like almost like every other day where I'm like, because I'm trying to adjust things like flexibility wise. You know, I don't want to give you a lot of work on Fridays. I don't like, you know, I want to kind of like front load you. I've been trying to like adjust assignments being due. I mean, we have to have like a set date, obviously. You know, I don't want to just be like, all right, turn this in whenever. I don't know what I'm really kind of asking here. I'm just kind of like floating things in my head. I don't know. With those daily updates, would you rather have it just that one time, or is it okay? Like, are you getting overloaded with stuff from me? Because like I know for me, if I could get overloaded with stuff from like my administration or from my department, I ignore it. I'm like, all right, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to pay attention to this. And that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to like give you so much where you're like, oh my God, like you don't even read it, you know? So I guess the question, is it too much? Should I cut back to where it's like once a week?
I think the notifications are good because they kind of remind you that you have work to do.
Okay. All right, cool. Is there anybody else? Any other opinion there?
I think the notifications are good. And because, well, I don't always come on here, so I don't always go check through. So when I have notifications, I know automatically.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Like I said, like most of you guys have been like really kind of awesome. You know, I think like when people ask, I hear from other classes, like they're hardly getting participation. You know, you guys are like 90% of you guys are always on top of things. You know, so it's been awesome. You know, I do worry just the distance and stuff and like not being able, because this is my like favorite stuff to talk about is the controversial things. And so like it really kind of sucks being away like this. So if you see anything in the notes that you're like, Coach Hill, what is this? What's that? You know, just come talk to me. You know, I don't want to get an email from Mr. Dix or from, you know, mommy and daddy. You know, Johnny said that you're talking about premarital sex, and like we're gonna be talking about those things. Like I'm gonna treat you like adults. I'm gonna treat you like young adults. And you know, if there's something that comes up, just don't be one of those people that post stuff online that like, you know, there's a big I guess it's very popular, you know, the whole cancel culture where we're trying to get people, you know, gotcha, you know, look what Coach Hill said. Well, hold on, man. Like, don't, you know, let's sit back and let's kind of like really kind of talk about things. So, all right. With that, guys, the next Google Meet will be Monday at 11 a.m. First and second, like we've been doing, try to keep it consistent, and then 12 p.m. be third and fifth. And I'm gonna try to keep remembering to record these so that way if you miss it, you got it. You can look it back up. But really try to make it Monday. I think Monday is gonna be really good. What I'm gonna do Monday is I'm gonna go back through 23.1, and we'll look like kind of cover everything in the lecture. Is the lecture coming across okay? Is the you know, are you all able to hear okay in there? It's really kind of odd and awkward in that conference room by myself. It kind of sucks. And you're going to see in the videos, I like a couple of videos get chopped up because like when somebody calls me, it stops my recording. So like I have to go back and like I'm trying to figure out like where exactly I left off at and what I added on. Like 23.1 is pretty good. 23.2, it gets cut up, and then 23.4 it cuts up like 4 or 5 times. I actually honestly don't know if I got all the notes on that. I got to go. I'm gonna upload it and see what we got. I might have to just kind of like come back through. So, all right, guys. Again, I never want to keep you too long, and it's already 11:18. If you have any questions, anything you want to talk about, if you just need to kind of reach out and just talk to somebody for a little bit, I'm going to stay on for a little bit. So with that, I'm going to click attendance here, make sure I get everybody. Tania, cool, check off. Okay, that's it for me, guys. You can get out of here. I'll see you Monday.
Coach Hill.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I put a question in the chat, but for the changing status of women,
Yeah.
you said if we submitted it before 1, then we'd probably have to submit it again, put our name. Do we have to redo the whole thing?
Let me see, man. I'll look for yours right now. Changing status of women. What happened, man, is like I'm an idiot. When I first, I forget I got to put like name and period on everything, and so I got to change. I had to add those in. So let's go through.
Thanks. I know I submitted it before 1.
You did, okay.
Yeah, bro.
I might be able to fix it right now, man. If you just, how about this? Stay on real quick, man. I'm gonna try to find a way to where if you just give me your student number, I'll just plug it in real quick since you're already on right now, so you don't have to redo it. All right, can't find it that way. Individuals. There's a way for me to look up your number when you turn it in. Let me see. Yeah, man, if you can, I'm not seeing a way where I can just see your student number. It used to just show me your student number. There's about 22 that will have no names on it. It's just going to help me out if, hold on. No. Wait for response. Question look like, no, I still can't do it, man. Yeah, if you can go in and redo it, dude, and if like when I release the grades, if you get a better grade the first time around, I wonder if there's a better way. Don't worry about it, man. I'll figure out the student numbers.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. But if you get a zero in focus, just hit me up. I'll release the grades and it says, "Hey, Coach Hill, this is what I actually got on it," and send it to. If I screw that up, but I should be okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem, man.
Hey, I have a question, Coach Hill.
What's up?
So, do you think you're going to start posting everything on Monday, or are you going to keep it consistent throughout the week?
I think I'm going to keep it the same for right now until like it is kind of a pain for me to do it daily because it means I have to like stay up on it. But I feel like some kids would like if it's all on Monday. I know how like the mind works. You see that and you're like, oh my God, I got so much stuff to do. And you just push it back, you know. I think it'd be like I think the little incremental stuff is good for people's mental. Like, okay, I can do this. All right, so this is it. All right, cool. Obviously, some people are always going to put it off, but I think I'll keep it to daily stuff. It just sucks for me. Because I have to stay on it. I got to be on it, and I always have the questions, dude. There's always something, you know, and it's always like 9 o'clock at night when I'm like, I got to go back and look. It's not like when I'm at my desk, you know, I'm in like about to go to bed. I'm like, oh my God. And it makes me get up and go knock it out. So not a big deal. It's just, it's aggravating. So I'm sorry, I'll stop ranting on it. But yeah, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
All right, buddy.
Have a good day, Coach Hill.
You too, bud.